The Celtic calendar is a compilation of pre-Christian Celtic systems of timekeeping, including the Gaulish Collini Calendar, used by Celtic countries to define the beginning and length of the day, the week, the month, the seasons, quarter days, and festivals. Continental Celtic calendar. The Gaulish Collini calendar is possibly the oldest Celtic solar, lunar ritual calendar. It was discovered in Collini, France, and is now on display in the Palais des Arts Gallo-Roman Museum, Lyon. It dates from the end of the 2nd century AD, when the Roman Empire imposed the use of the Julian calendar in Roman Gaul. The calendar is made up of bronze fragments, in a single huge plate. It is inscribed in Gaulish with Latin characters and uses Roman numerals. The Collini calendar is an attempt to reconcile both the cycles of the moon and sun, as is the modern Gregorian calendar. However, the Collini calendar considers the phases of the moon to be important, and each month always begins with the same moon phase. The calendar uses a mathematical arrangement to keep the normal, 12-month calendar in sync with the moon and keeps the whole system in sync by adding an intercalary month every 21 half-years. The Collini calendar registers a 5-year cycle of 62 lunar months, divided into a bright and a dark fortnight each. The months were possibly taken to begin on the new moon, and a 13th intercalary month was added every 2.5 years to align the lunations with the solar year. The astronomical format of the calendar year that the Collini calendar represents may well be far older, as calendars are usually even more conservative than rites and cults. The date of its inception is unknown, but correspondences of insular Celtic and continental Celtic calendars suggest that some early form may date to Proto-Celtic times, roughly 800 BC. The Collini calendar achieves a complex synchronization of the solar and lunar months. Whether it does this for philosophical or practical reasons, it points to considerable degree of sophistication. Medieval Irish and Welsh calendars. Among the insular Celts, the year was divided into a light half and a dark half. As the day was seen as beginning at sunset, so the year was seen as beginning with the arrival of the darkness, at Samhain. The light half of the year started at Beltane. This observance of festivals beginning the evening before the festival day is still seen in the celebrations and folkloric practices among the Gaels, such as the traditions of Oiche Shamna among the Irish and Oidhche Shamna among the Scots. Julius Caesar said in his Gallic Wars, "The Gaulish Celts keep birthdays and the beginnings of months and years in such an order that the day follows the night." Longer periods were reckoned in nights, as in the surviving English term fortnight, and the obsolete sennight. The laws of Howell Dda make repeated references to periods of 9 days, rather than the 8 nights that make up the current word with nose. Native calendar terms in the Celtic languages. Many calendrical and timekeeping terms used in the medieval and modern Celtic languages were borrowed from Latin and reflect the influence of Roman culture and Christianity on the insular Celts. The words borrowed include the month names Januarius, Februarius, Martius, Aprilius, Maius, Augustus, the names for the days of the week, Disolis, Luna, Martis, Mercurii, Jovis, Venerus, Saturni, the terms Septimana, Wic, Calendae, first day of the month, Tempore, time, Matutina, morning, Vespera, evening, Nona, noon, and Ora, hour. A number of native Celtic terms survived the adoption of the Roman, Christian calendar, however. In neo-paganism, in some neo-pagan religions, a Celtic calendar, loosely based on that of medieval Ireland, is observed for purposes of ritual. Adherents of Reconstructionist traditions may celebrate the 4 Gaelic festivals of Samhain, Imbolc, Beltane and Lughnasadh. Some eclectic neo-pagans, such as Wiccans, combine the Gaelic fire festivals with solstices and equinox celebrations derived from non-Celtic cultures to produce the modern Wiccan Wheel of the Year. Some eclectic neo-pagans are also influenced by Robert Graves' Celtic tree calendar, which has no foundation in historical calendars or actual ancient Celtic astrology, instead being derived from Graves' vision of the Song of Emergen.